Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sick of Shit Broadcasting. I'm the host of this program, Mr. Sick of Shit. Why? Because very much like you, I am just sick of the shit that is going on in this country and around the world. Pipelines shut down. Manufactured false shortage on pretty much everything, depending on where you are. I'm seeing some of it here. Not as much. I'm not sure. The only reason I can give is the one that I've given before, honestly. Too many people in Kentucky have weapons of varying types. And I feel fairly confident that that is the reason for why we are not yet, depending on where you are. From what I've heard from other people in Kentucky, it just depends on where you are. You know, some places are seeing pretty severe shortages, but I'm thinking that it might be the rural and outer lying areas. Cities are dangerous places for people to be going without too much of what they need on a daily basis. And the way things are going, cops are useless. They're not even cops anymore. I've started calling them the Pig Pussy Patrol because that's what they act like, is a bunch of pussies. Sorry, but that's what they are. They do nothing that they need to do. My boss called them the other night because homeless addicts, thieving homeless addicts who had been banned from coming into the store, but won't stop, had set up tents behind Circle K. You know what they did? Cops came. They bought them food, basically encouraging their bad behavior. They didn't arrest any of them. They've been trespassing on Circle K property for longer than I've been there, and I've been there for almost 4 months. These people could have been arrested. That what they're doing is illegal. They just bought them food and let them go. They're useless. We're on our own, folks. Got news for you. Newsflash, if you haven't figured it out, we're on our own. Depending on where you live, that's the way it is. If you want to get business taken care of, you're going to have to do it yourself. That's what I have to do. The other day, I had to literally beat out 3 banned thieves that would not stop coming in the store. One of them finally did stop coming in after I beat him out of the bathroom and then beat him out the door. I don't like doing that. I really don't. But hey, these people are not going to cause me to lose my job because they're coming in and stealing. I'm not going to let it happen. I can't. I told him that was going to happen if he came back in. I warned him. Employees over at Ace Hardware, I didn't even know they were doing it. I didn't know until after the fact that the lady came over and told me they were cheering me on. I wasn't paying any attention to anything but what was going on with him and me. He kept coming back in, mouthing at the door. He knew better than to come back in, but he would keep coming to the door and mouthing off at me. I tried to pepper spray him, but the wind was blowing it away and I couldn't get it into his eyes. But after I told one of his friends, of course, I was not going to do this, but I wanted him to believe that I would. I needed him to believe that I would do this. I told one of his friends who was in there buying drinks for him and some of his buddies, you need to tell him, I'm ready to get in my van and run him down. I'll get him off this lot one way or the other, and if he doesn't get off the lot, I'll make him wish he had. I would have gotten in my van, and I would have at least made him think that I was going to do that. But no, I would not have run him over. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that crazy. I'm crazy enough to make him think I would, but I wouldn't do that. That's what it's come to, folks. That's what it's come to. I just hope, well, I hope it doesn't get to the point that we have to start fighting people off away from our homes because they're trying to come in and steal from us. But it very well might, the way things are going. I could be wrong, but I think in some places it's already got to that point. And then we've got all these globalist organizations that you're well aware of, I'm sure. The WEF, IMF, UN, all trying to take control of the entire free world. What is, well, used to be the free world. Is there anywhere left in this world that is really truly free? I don't know. I don't really see too much of that. With everything that's going on with Ukraine and Russia, just keep in mind, folks, no matter what you're seeing in the news or what people think is the news about Zelensky, he is not a good guy. No matter what his people say about him, he's not a good guy. Just because he's out there on the front line fighting with them does not make him a good guy. He is a dictator, and he restricts his people like a dictator. So don't think he's any kind of a good guy. I don't know how they got brainwashed into believing it, but they did. Putin, he's not a good guy either. Don't let him fool you. I do believe, however, that Putin really is concerned for the ethnic Russians of the Ukraine. And I really do believe that he is just trying to do what Hitler was trying to do when he went into Poland and other places trying to protect ethnic Germans. That's all Hitler started out. That's all he was trying to do. That, and he was trying to rid the German government of communism. Granted, his form of government wasn't particularly better necessarily, but I have to give the man credit where it's due. Before he came into power, people were having to carry wheelbarrows full of money that couldn't even carry all the money that they needed just for a loaf of bread. That's how bad inflation got in Europe. Yeah, it was that bad. He came in, and it took a little time, but he got everything normalized. Of course, his ways of dealing with political dissent left something to be desired. But any dictator, unfortunately, most of the time, that's what they're going to do. They want full and complete control over every aspect of every life. And that is not the kind of leader that we need anywhere in the world, certainly not here. Don't let these people fool you, these thinking politicians. Democrats or Repulsivans, they are one and the same. They're working together for a common goal, and that is to hand over the control of this country by 2030 to likely both Russia and China. And it's kind of looking like it's heading in that direction. You talk about restrictions, that happens, we'll really be restricted. What are we going to do? Prep, pray, stay out of the way. And if you're in a situation like me, where you thought you had a safe place to put stuff, but it didn't turn out that way, well, only thing you can do is rent a storage unit and hope and pray for the best. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm just going to have to rent a storage unit. I'm going to put some what I can hold in my town and country and put the rest in storage. And just be careful when the time comes about how much I get out and when I get it out and all that. So that people won't realize how much I've got and that I'm making use of it. I would suggest you do the same. Till next time, that's where we are. Exactly where we're headed, only God knows, but He's in control. Too many people have gotten way too far away from Him, and that's why all this is happening. He's trying to bring people back, but they're going to have to endure tremendous suffering before they're going to stop going their own way and do things His way. It's just the way it is. People are stubborn. Till next time, Mr. Sick of Shit, signing out.